Hi everyone, welcome to Group 4's progress video. Group 4 consists of myself, Barbara, Stephanie, Benjamin, and Angela. And next you're going to hear what our scenario is for our role play video.
Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie Lenine and I'm going to introduce our conflict for group 4. So our conflict is a family team placement meeting in which the client is living in a residential program at the moment and the team is trying to decide where the client's going to go next. So everyone on the team kind of comes in with a different perspective and different hopes for where this team is going and ultimately what the client's goals are. So the client is currently living in a residential facility, but is aging out, so it's going to be moving into this transitional age youth period. And so at that point, the team wants to become completely independent, able to live on his own, live without the support of the system and all of that. The social worker wants the teen to live in a supportive housing program that works with transitional age youth to help that client feel more supported and ready for that transition. The mom wants the client to come back and live with her. However, because of her history of drug abuse, possible current drug abuse, and not being financially stable, the social worker has not approved that yet and still has some concerns there. And so a lot of us talked about how we have had some experience in family team meetings and settings similar to these and different placement meetings, and hearing everybody's perspectives and how difficult it can be to come to some type of resolution. And so that was kind of how we ended up deciding to work through a conflict like this, and how applicable it might be to something like this. So one of the barriers for the youth to overcome is that the residential facility he's currently in is now requiring them to be medically independent. So the client needs to be ready to take his medications on his own, to be able to understand and to sort through all of his meds on his own. And so that's one of the challenges we're going to be talking about at this placement meeting, and finding out where the client is at with all of that.
Hi, so I am Angie Lopez, and I'm here to introduce one of our potential intervention methods with you guys. We talked about using common ground. It seems that all of us really have some pretty solid experience working in this kind of, an environment with a small group in a family setting. And we've all found that using common ground works pretty well. So in our scenario, we are thinking that it's going to be, a teenager who's 19 years old. He's about to, age out of the environment that he's in because he's not completely medically stable. The mom wants him to come and live with her. He wants to live independently, and the social worker feels it would be best if he lived in a supportive living environment. So we think that in this type of situation, using common ground is going to be the best way, or at least one of the best ways, to go about coming up with a situation that's going to make everybody happy, not infringe on the client's rights, and not completely discredit mom. All right, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Hey everyone, I'm Ben. I'm part of Group 4, and I'm going to talk to you guys about one of the communication styles we're going to be using to resolve our scenario, the conflict in our scenario, and that is nonviolent communication. We chose nonviolent communication because it's a really good non-judgmental way to communicate with someone and help to settle disputes, due to the fact that you're supposed to be speaking empathetically and honestly. Also, the core components are observing, telling them your feelings from what you observed, expressing your needs and making requests based around your needs. If done correctly, nonviolent communication can be a really good way to resolve conflict and even eliminate the conflict, like by resolving the conflict, and that will be what we're using in our scenario.